Good afternoon, everybody. This is Valerie Saunders with the National Association of Mortgage Brokers, and we're excited to bring to you another webinar featuring one of our newest member benefits, which is Mortgage Hippo and Loan Dashboard. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. This presentation is being recorded. At any point during the presentation, if you have any questions, please type those in the questions panel of the GoToWebinar toolbar, and we will periodically stop to filter through any questions, and of course look at your questions at the end of the presentation as well. This session is being recorded, so approximately 1 hour after the end of the session, you will receive an email directly from GoToWebinar with a link to the recorded version of this presentation. Also, if you would like to access the Mortgage Hippo website that's currently being shown now, but at any point you can go to our website at namb.org, highlight membership, click on member benefits, and go to the Mortgage Hippo link, and it'll take you directly to this page. We will also post under the Mortgage Hippo link a link to this presentation as well, so you'll have many opportunities to go over the information at your leisure so that you know exactly what you're getting. And without further ado, I'm going to turn this over to Matt Dittmer, Client Success Manager for Mortgage Hippo.
Good afternoon, everyone. Russ on our team will be actually handling the demo part of today, but I will be available to filter questions that are coming in. And as Valerie mentioned, we will be stopping periodically throughout the presentation to answer questions. So there's like a couple of stop points in between both the borrower side of the platform, which is like the intake of an application, and then the lender side of the platform, which is where you brokers would be working out of. So thank you very much, Valerie, for the introduction. And then Russ, I'll kick it over to you to get started.
Great. I'm going to jump right in. You guys feel free to go to this URL or follow Valerie's instructions on how to get there. So we're providing you guys the borrower portal and the lender portal. So today we're going to jump right into the borrower portal so you can start see what borrowers are going to see when they go in to fill out an application. So start a new application and get going here, and you'll see the broker's image down here shows your image, and it's going to give the borrower the ability to see what you look like if you provide a picture, and get your phone number and of course your email address. So we'll go right into a purchase, and if the person has a purchase contract or not, it changes the questions that are asked in the flow. So we're going to say no on this one. We're going to say our target home price is $500,000, and I'm going to put $100,000 down. This is a single family home purchase, and it's a primary residence. One of the things to think about when you go to sign up and you have your site ready, what you're going to do is you're going to give your borrower this URL. So you can put this URL in your signature, or you can put it on your website underneath an Apply Now button, or however you want to use it. But that'll get the borrower out to the site. So we're going to put in the basic information about the property. So we're going to be in Chicago, and then it's going to ask for some personal information. I'll put in my info here. Bachelor's degree. I am married. You can reach me morning, day, and afternoon, but not in the evening. I am not an active in the military. And could easily add dependents. So save that here. Continue. So put my residence in here. Put Chicago. And live there for 5 years. And I own it. And it is my only mailing address. So at this point, the borrower is going to need to create an account so that we can get their full information, get their email, get them a login. We're using a company called Auth0 to authenticate the login. And I have to do some tricky email stuff here to be able to use my email address over and over again. So, but your borrower won't have to worry about this part. You can see that it asks for a strong, secure password. They're going to log in. Not going to save that. They're going to agree to the terms and conditions. Those are just MortgageHippo's terms and conditions, and agree. You can add a co-borrower to a loan. So the person applying can add a spouse co-borrower, or they can add an independent co-borrower, and will allow the borrower to fill out the information for the spouse or the co-borrower, but you can also have it where the co-borrower gets an invitation to the application and fills out their own portion. So if you're doing an investment property with your brother-in-law, you can have them fill out their own information, and the borrower and co-borrower won't see each other's information. I'm going to say no just for ease to complete the application. Here we're going to go in and add, we're going to add a checking account, a B of A, that's the account number, and how much it's worth. So again, you can do this for however many accounts that you have. You can do multiple checking accounts at multiple institutions, or just have one. You can also add other types of assets. So if you need to sell a boat before you buy a home, you can add that in here. And here is if you have other property. So if you have a second home or vacation property, or if you have property that as a borrower you want to be included as income, you can fill this all out, whether it's pending sale, if you're going to retain it, or if it's already been sold. You can add a loan to this property. And I'm just going to pass this part up just to easily complete this. Here you can add an employer. I am currently employed at MortgageHippo, and I'm the boss. Don't tell Val. I've been here for 5 years. And Illinois. I am not the owner. Put in all my bonus commissions, everything that shows how much I'm making, and continue on. You can add other income sources. I have somebody that rents a room for me and for $1,000 a month, and going to add that as part of my assets. And here, of course, is the government compliance. If the borrower answers yes, they can also add a description of why or what happened, or and that'll get that'll be part of the application. And I am a U.S. citizen. I'm not Hispanic, I'm white, and I'm male. So today we're just collecting credit, social security number and credit information. So once you have this, you can pull credit on your side and be able to move along with the borrower. So you can see that the borrower can complete the application pretty fast. It's a nice clean interface, and they then submit the application. So after submitting, we take a look at what the borrower's filled out during the process, and we're able to populate these document requests. So we're going to ask for tax returns, the borrower ID, W-2s, because I'm not self-employed, pay stubs, the purchase contract, and we have this other documents that is open for anything else that might be relevant. It's very easy for a borrower to either drag and drop a file here or click on the ability to browse and find a document on their computer. Uploads, can add a description if the name isn't descriptive enough, and complete the task. Pretty self-explanatory there with the other tasks. They're all pretty much the same. Matt, at this time, do we have any questions?
It does not look like we have any questions at the moment.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions they'd like to ask before I move on?
There's one question.
Okay.
So they're asking about on a purchase, if a borrower has not found a home yet, do they have to put in TBD for their current address? So back in the loan and property information section, Russ.
Right. So no, they don't. So if you remember when I was filling out this part, it didn't ask for the actual street address. So without the street address, that's how you would know that it's a TBD.
And then Russ, this is a little bit more relevant to the next part, but someone is asking about can this information be uploaded into an LOS MISMO interface?
Yeah, so right now all we have is the 3.2 download. For this, we'll go into this loan here. It's Al's first timer. So you can see from the LO point of view what it's going to look like when you log in. So you're logged in, and this is going to be your pipeline. You're really only going to see you're going to see the site, and then you're going to have your site listed here. So you can go in and click on any of these loans that are in here. Once you do, you can go through, and we have this application tab, and the application tab is meant for the broker, and you can go through and look through the information that the borrower has submitted. You can, if you see something that doesn't look quite right, you can, call the borrower, ask them, you said that you live in a suite 207, is that right? And they may say, oh, no, you're right, that got put in there accidentally. So as their broker, you can change that information. And again, if you want to go through the whole application and review that with your borrower, you can do that. Before you export everything out into the Fannie 3.2. You can also go in here and see where the borrower is in the application process. So if you go in here and you see that the borrower hasn't submitted the application and you want to see what's happened, so they got to the assets section, you can go in here and you can look at what they've put in already, and then you could call them on the phone and ask, hey, did you need some help with the asset section? Then you could come over here into the application portion, and you can add another asset for them, or adjust one of the assets that's there already. In the documents, you'll see that I uploaded a document as the borrower. You'll see documents that you have sent to the borrower. You can see the team. So if you have more than one person on your team, you can add that person in this area. The status is not currently working. That's another part of our full-blown application. Here you're able to create tasks for the borrower. So you can see there's create a document or send a document to the borrower. So let's just say signed version of something. So create it for me, and the instructions, please continue. I can then add a document. Find that really quick. So, and we're going to create the task. And then we can go back to the borrower portal and refresh the screen. And you'll see that the borrower now is able to get that document, download it. They would be able to sign it and then upload it back to the portal. You can also see here that if you go through and it looks like I'm not going to qualify for the loan, you can go in here and you can add a co-borrower. So at this point, you could add the spouse, or you could add a mom or a spouse or a parent, and add them to the loan. And that way they would be invited to fill out their portion of the application. Here you can download the Fannie Mae 3.2 file. Gets generated, and here's that great format that we're all used to. All the information is there in the Fannie 3.2, so ready to upload to your LOS or your wholesaler's LOS. You can also delete the application from here. You can create a new application from here also. So we'll do that real quick. So 09, 15 2021. Indy, America. And create. And you'll see that loan just started right here. So you can get on the phone with Andy and you can start taking the application here. And again, here you can add a co-borrower. And then once you're done, you can send Andy a link. You can send an invitation link to Andy, and he'll get an email that he'll be able to click on and then sign in and complete the application.
And also, this is Val, by the way, from Mortgage Hippo. The question was about integrations, with LOS. And I just wanted to make the point that we do have, as a company, we do have over 50 integrations out there. We have a pretty rich ecosystem around our platform with LOSs, credit providers, verification of assets, income, employment, AUSs. We are not making integrations available as part of this particular offering for NAMB, which is a free offering, and we are going to be putting together upgrade versions that will be paid, and we'd love to hear from the NAMB community in terms of what is really important to them, right? We have a lot of options, but we're putting that slowly together, and so you'll be hearing more from us in terms of upgrade versions that do have a paid version, but we would love to hear from everybody in the community in terms of what they're looking for. I think out of the 50+ integrations that we have 8 LOS integrations, a lot of the main LOSs out there, and like I said, just a lot of different services that we could bring to the platform as well, because we understand that you want to be able to do more work through the platform, maybe automate a little bit more, have the borrowers self-serve through the credit pull, for example, which is obviously something that we typically do for our clients, but it does require a little bit more setup and implementation work on our end, and that's a big part of the reason why we're not making that available for this free version right now. So anyway, just wanted to make that point.
Great. Matt, do we have any other questions?
Yeah, a lot of questions around integrations. So Val kind of answered some of that.
Are there any particular integrations that people are asking about?
Yeah, so they're asking about LendingPad, and then also Calyx Point are the big two. And then we also have a question about can we send disclosures for e-sign from the dashboard?
So if you generate a link to your disclosures in one of the platforms like IDS, DocuTech, DocMagic, you would be able to create a task in here and add that link to the document. But again, that's one of our built-in integrations that we have. But that's how you would be able to do it through this free platform.
And then Val or Russ, do you just want to speak to the LendingPad and Calyx Point question real quick?
Yeah, we don't have an integration with LendingPad. We've heard a lot about them, so we would definitely be interested. I don't know if there's anybody from LendingPad out there or anybody who could, maybe through NAMB we could get an introduction. But we've heard a lot about LendingPad, and we'd be happy to look into an integration with LendingPad. I know a lot of NAMB members are using LendingPad as an LOS. With Calyx, we do have a relationship with Focus IT, which enables our Calyx integration. So we'd be happy to talk a little bit more about that with anybody who's interested. Again, we're not going to be making these integrations available through this free offering, but we're definitely working hard to put together upgrade versions. And so if you're interested and particularly interested in having those integrations, then please reach out to us, and we can have separate discussions around that.
Yeah, and I know that Calyx has the 3.2 import, so you definitely be able to take our 3.2 and import it into Calyx. All right.
And then Val, Todd is asking, could you just speak to which LOSs we do work with right now? And then he does have a question about like what the cost would be in the future. As we kind of mentioned previously, you know, like we're still working through that, but if you kind of want to speak to that a little bit.
Yeah, so we cannot speak as to the cost right now. This is a special offer that we're putting together for NAMB, and you know, we're going to be doing things a little bit differently than we typically price for, you know, for our clients. We have a lot of IMB, bank, credit union clients, and you know, kind of like the typical pricing structure is on a per transaction basis, subject to monthly minimums, you know, which typically go higher than the volume of a typical broker, and so that's why we're working with NAMB, you know, to put something that makes sense, you know, for the NAMB membership. So again, more to come on that soon. With regards to LOS integrations, we can make available a full list. I'm just going to name a few names that I know off the top of my head, but we have Encompass Ellie Mae, we have Lenny QB, Bide Software, Mortgage Flex, anybody else out there that I'm missing? Russ, FICS. You know, we can provide a full list of all the integrations that we have, and again, you know, make that available to everybody. And if you're interested in any of those integrations, again, we're happy to have a separate conversation offline, obviously.
Great. Do we have any other questions, or is that it, Matt?
The last one from Todd is just about integrating with a mortgage coach.
Yeah, we don't have a mortgage coach integration yet. We do know obviously about them. So maybe that's something that we could also put on our to-do list, you know, just to at least start those conversations with mortgage coach.
Okay.
We don't have anything else, Matt?
At the moment, we have no more questions.
Okay.
Great.
Nope. Got a couple more.
Okay.
As we spoke to previously, Calyx Point, we do not currently have, correct, Val?
No, we can enable a Calyx integration through one of our partners, Focus IT. So we can chat a little bit more about that if you're interested. Again, not part of this offering right now, but again, reach out to us if you're interested in having a conversation about that.
Great. That looks like all the questions at the moment.
Is that the presentation, you guys?
I think that's it.
Okay, fantastic. Well, so everybody, once again, thank you so much to Matt and Russ and Val from Mortgage Hippo and Loan Dashboard. You can go directly to this page, mortgagehippo.com/NAMB. You can also go to the NAMB website at namb.org, highlight membership, go to member benefits, and then click on Mortgage Hippo, and you'll also be directed to this page. And once again, as I said, this session was recorded, and you'll be receiving the recorded version approximately 1 hour after the end of this presentation. So thank you so much to everyone from Mortgage Hippo. Thank you to everyone for attending. And we look forward to a very fruitful relationship. So have a great rest of your afternoon, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thanks
Thank
again.
you so much.